The sky is blue, like a huge blue emerald. The midsummer sun is like a big fireball, hanging high in this huge emerald. Judging from the position of the sun, it is estimated to be around 3 in the afternoon. The third high school in Ian District. Ding ding ding. As the loud bell rang throughout the campus, there was a sudden uproar throughout the campus. A large number of students poured out of each teaching building, chatting and laughing in groups and walking towards the school gate. Go. Senior brother Luo Feng. Senior brother Luo Feng. A thick voice sounded. A Feng, someone is calling you. Among the students, there was a young man holding a book who was walking with his classmates. He was wearing an ordinary blue sportswear. He was about 1.75 meters tall and looked relatively lean. At this time, he turned around and looked in confusion. The person calling him was a boy. He was about 1.9 meters tall, with a long back and a strong waist, and his arms were surprisingly thick. Who are you? Luo Feng looked at the person in confusion, as he didn't seem to recognize the person in front of him. Of these two, one was as strong as a black bear. And senior brother Luo Feng is just like an ordinary person. In terms of height, the two men are very different. But this sturdy boy seemed a little reserved. He took a closer look at the senior brother Luo Feng whom he admired, and said to himself, it seems that the rumors are correct. Senior brother Luo Feng is quite easy to talk to. Senior brother Luo Feng, I have something to ask senior brother Luo Feng for help. The burly man said anxiously. What's the matter? Luo Feng said with a smile. When I was practicing boxing, I always felt something was wrong when I punched hard. I wonder if you have time to give me some pointers, senior brother. The burly boy continued, according to what the martial arts teacher said, with my strength, I can press. It stands to reason that a punch can be 50% more powerful. However, when I punch hard, it is never that high. The burly boy looked at Luo Feng expectantly. Oh, that's it. Luo Feng paused for a moment and nodded. Well, on Sunday afternoon this week, you can find me at the martial arts gym. Thank you, senior brother. Thank you, senior brother. The strong boy thanked him. Luo Feng smiled and left with his classmates. Watching Luo Feng leave, the burly boy showed excitement, clenched his fist suddenly, veins popped out on his arm, and roared excitedly, Success! Senior brother Luo Feng, you agreed so easily? A boy in school uniform asked in surprise. The rumors are indeed true. Senior brother Luo Feng is easy to talk to and a very nice person. The burly boy said with a grin. But, that's not right. Among the 5,000 students in our third high school, there are only 3 who have won the title of senior martial arts student. Among the 3 senior students, the other 2 are Zhang Haobai and Lu Ting, but they are all very arrogant and don't want to waste time giving us advice. The boy in school uniform asked, Senior brother Luo Feng has such a good temper? Nowadays, almost every high school student in every country and region in the world, in addition to receiving cultural education, will also join a martial arts gym to develop the potential of the human body. The No. 3 high school in Ian District has 3 grades and a total of nearly 5,000 high school students. The vast majority of them are junior students in martial arts schools. Only a very few are intermediate students. There are only 3 people in total who can obtain the qualification of advanced student. Hearing is false, seeing is believing. Humph, did you see it? Senior brother Luo Feng is different from the other 2. The sturdy boy curled his lips and said, both Zhang Haobai and Lu Ting's families are rich. They have spent a lot of money at home since they were young. It takes a lot of money to train him to be so strong. As for senior brother Luo Feng, he is different from them. The boy in school uniform also nodded. I've also heard that senior brother Luo Feng is like us. His family's economic conditions are average and he lives in a low-rent house. Yes, senior brother Luo Feng, you can reach this point only because of hard training. You can do it with your own punches and kicks. They are not like Zhang Haobai and the 2 of them. The strong boy clenched his fists and took a deep breath. My goal is senior brother Luo Feng. I must pass the martial arts assessment within 4 years, that is, before graduating from university, and obtain the title of senior student in the martial arts gym. At this moment, the senior brother they were talking about, Luo Feng, and a boy in sportswear were walking along the flow of students towards the gate of number 3 high school. A Feng, when the big boy who asked you to teach you how to punch hard just left, he was praising you with his classmates. The boy in the sportswear couldn't help but laugh, praising you for being a nice person and for being easy to talk to. Luo Feng smiled. Why, Wei Wen, are you jealous? Jealous of you? Wei Wen touched his nose and chuckled. You must be dreaming. I was lamenting that that big guy didn't know the true face of senior brother Luo Feng whom he admired. I remember clearly, that time on the martial arts competition stage, his admired senior brother Luo Feng picked 3 people in a row and beat the 3 senior students to the point where they couldn't get up. Luo Feng smiled. That battle was indeed his battle to become famous. Luo Feng patted Wei Wen on the shoulder and said with a smile, let's go home. Wei Wen's shoulders shook in an exaggerated way, and he shouted, "A Feng, please be gentle. My shoulders are almost broken by your slap." Pretend. Luo Feng curled his lips. Wei Wen and Wei Wen were his best friends, growing up wearing crotchless pants and playing together. Although they are not biological brothers, their feelings are similar. Elementary, middle, and high school. Along the way, the relationship between the two is indeed deep. Huh? Wei Wen suddenly stared ahead. "A Feng, look, it's the one you have a crush on." Huh? Luo Feng also looked around and saw a girl with a ponytail wearing jeans and a light white polo shirt walking along the road among the crowd of students at the school gate in the distance. Luo Feng's heartbeat accelerated slightly. A name flashed through my mind, Su Xian. I have a secret crush on Su Xian. Very few people know this secret, but my good brother Wei Wen has naturally known it for a long time. When I was a freshman in high school, I was assigned to the same class as Su Xian. When I saw Su Xian for the first time, my eyes lit up. So, during class, I sat in the back. I don't know why, but I couldn't control it. He stopped himself and couldn't help but look at the back of Su Xian sitting in front of him, just watching silently. As long as I can see Su Xian's back, I am satisfied. Due to the separation of classes in the second year of high school, Su Xian and I were no longer in the same class in the second and third years of high school. But whenever I see Su Xian, I can't help but look over. There is only 1 month left before the college entrance examination. Luo Feng said silently in his heart, in the past, I didn't have the courage or time to chase girls and fall in love. But now in the last month, everyone is busy reviewing for the college entrance examination, and Su Xian is also very strong. Girl. How can I be distracted and fall in love at this time? And I can't be distracted in the last month before the college entrance examination, otherwise I will regret it for the rest of my life. Forget it, this secret love, just treat it as a memory. Secret love. It's very bitter, it hasn't bloomed yet, but it has already withered. Luo Feng just wanted to keep all this silently in his heart. I asked you to chase Su Xian, but you didn't. There is only 1 month left before the college entrance examination. Wei Wen shook his head and said, I'm afraid I'll never see Su Xian again. In the future, it will be too late for you to regret. Wei Wen, Luo Feng shook his head, don't say it. I won't be distracted by falling in love until I get the title of warrior. Brother, you are cruel enough. Wei Wen gave a thumbs up, the title of warrior? None of the 5,000 people in our high school can obtain the title of warrior. You actually said that if you don't get the title of warrior, you won't be distracted by falling in love. Awesome, you are awesome. Huh? Luo Feng suddenly glanced at the other 5 people at the school gate. Zhang Haobai? There were 5 people who stood out among the crowd of students at the school gate. The young man headed by them was about 1.8 meters tall. He was wearing a white t-shirt and white trousers, and his chest muscles were clearly highlighted. The 4 people around him were either strong or had knife marks on their faces. They looked like very fierce figures. The young man in white clothes and trousers is Zhang Haobai, one of the 3 senior martial arts students at the No. 3 high school in Ian District, Luo Feng. Zhang Hao glanced at Luo Feng and couldn't help but let out a low hum. If there was anyone Zhang Haobai hated the most in the entire high school, it was obviously Luo Feng. After all, one of the 3 people who won the title of senior martial arts student is a woman. Among the boys, they are the only 2 who are senior students in the martial arts school. Moreover, Zhang Haobai comes from a wealthy family, while Luo Feng comes from an ordinary family and lives in a low-rent house. In terms of academic performance, Luo Feng beats Zhang Hao. In terms of martial arts, Luo Feng and Zhang Haobai both won the title of senior student, and Luo Feng once fought 3 senior students in the martial arts hall. The 3 people who were beaten couldn't get up. One of the 3 people who were beaten was Zhang Haobai. That time he was beaten so hard that he lost a tooth. In terms of family conditions, Zhang Haobai family is obviously rich. The conditions are good, but Luo Feng is outclassed in both academic performance and martial arts. At school, when someone praised Zhang Haobai, someone would often compare him to Luo Feng. Resentment. Zhang Haobai's resentment towards Luo Feng was too great. Let's go. Zhang Haobai licked his teeth, which seemed to hurt. That time he was beaten until his mouth was full of blood and he lost a tooth. This Haobai was beaten once when he left the martial arts school. He is much better behaved and will never mess with you, often. Wei Wen watched Zhang Haobai and others go away, and couldn't help but smile and said to Luo Feng, "Zhang Haobai?" Luo Feng never cared about this playboy. One more thing is worse than one less thing, Luo Feng said, and went home with Wei Wen. On the way home, on the streets, car horns sound from time to time. Nowadays, the energy used by cars is electric energy. At least you can't smell the smell of gasoline beside the streets. Wei Wen, the college entrance examination is in 1 month. This month, we all have to work hard. Luo Feng and Wei Wen were walking on the sidewalk, over at the martial arts school. You can relax a little for a while. Do it every day, just do some restorative training and focus on cultural studies. After all, the college entrance examination is very important. We have been studying for 12 years. That's right, after 12 years of cultural study, this one test will determine the outcome. Wei Wen also sighed, the college entrance examination, but thousands of troops can cross a single plank bridge. Yeah. Luo Feng also nodded. His family's financial situation is not good. Although he is titled as a senior martial arts student, Luo Feng is destined to be able to get a job as an elite bodyguard no matter how poor his academic performance is. With an annual salary of 200,000 to 300,000, it is not a problem. But, how could Luo Feng be willing to just be a bodyguard? At this time, the sky above Ian District was about 1,000 meters high. A huge black-crested golden eagle is flying high above the city. Its body is about 20 meters long, like a large fighter jet. Its feathers are faintly glowing with a cold metallic luster, and the feathers on its head are dark black. Like a black crown, its sharp and huge claws are also golden. A pair of sharp, cold eyes glowing with blue light looked down at the human city, and there was a hint of murderous intent. Boom! The black-crowned golden eagle, which was already flying very fast, suddenly surged in speed, instantly breaking through the sound barrier and reaching a terrifying speed. At the same time, an extremely high-pitched eagle cry erupted from the mouth of the black-crowned golden eagle. The terrifying sound wave actually produced a shock wave visible to the naked eye, which quickly spread downwards. At an intersection on Beidian Road in Ian District, Luo Fengjing and Wei Wen were waiting for the traffic light. Suddenly, a piercing cry suddenly sounded. This sound was different from the sound of spring thunder. The sound of thunder was very loud and deafening. But this high-pitched chirping was so harsh that Luo Feng felt a dull pain in his eardrums, and he couldn't help but frown in discomfort. Many pedestrians on the road covered their ears. It's the sound of birds chirping. Luo Feng couldn't help but look up at the sky. Huh? Luo Feng was surprised. Under the vibration of the high-pitched and harsh chirping, huge pieces of glass on a skyscraper in the street next to it made a low, caw-caw sound. Many of the glass cracked, and even more than 10 pieces of glass fell from the sky on the spot. When it fell, some of the glass hit the sidewalk or people, and some hit the street lights. Pa! Pung! Pipa! There was a burst of explosions. One of the pieces of glass fell on the street lamp next to Luo Feng. It shattered on the spot and shot out in all directions, causing many pedestrians to dodge. Wow! Wei Wen took 2 steps back, dodging the broken glass. One of the glass fragments shot toward Luo Feng like a blade. Huh? Luo Feng glanced at him. He didn't dodge, but stood calmly on the spot, stretched out his right hand like lightning, and instantly grabbed the broken glass that shot towards him. The broken glass vaguely reflected Luo Feng's appearance. He weighed it twice and threw it away. The broken glass shot directly to the trash can in the distance like a hidden weapon. With a clang, it accurately shot through the mouth of the trash can. On the road, the affected traffic flow quickly returned to normal, but pedestrians on the sidewalk were talking a lot. Some unlucky people were injured, but most people were not injured at all. It's amazing. Luo Feng couldn't help but look up at the sky. A cry in the sky is so powerful. I'm afraid it's an extremely powerful bird monster. Wei Wen, aren't you very familiar with all kinds of monsters? Do you know what kind of monster this is? Wei Wen squinted, with excitement gleaming in the gaps between his eyes. A Feng. Our city has a defense system 500 meters above the ground. This bird monster is definitely above 500 meters in the sky. The sound it makes from such a long distance can still be heard. It's so powerful, and most monsters don't dare to make such noises over human cities. So powerful, so arrogant, and based on this sound, if my guess is correct, it should be the most terrifying black-crowned golden eagle among birds and monsters. Wei Wen said solemnly. Black-crowned golden eagle? Luo Feng's eyes lit up. Of course he had heard of the black-crowned golden eagle. The black-crowned golden eagle ranks 3rd among the eagle monsters. Wei Wen's eyes shone and he said in a low voice, the adult black-crowned golden eagle is generally 21 meters long and has a wingspan of about 36 meters. When flying, the top speed can reach Mach 3.9. That is 3.9 times the speed of sound. If the speed of sound is calculated as 340 meters per second, it is 1,326 meters per second, which is 4,774 kilometers per hour. Luo Feng knew that the black-crowned golden eagle was powerful, but when he heard the extreme speed of 1,326 meters per second, he still felt breathless. 1 second is the blink of an eye. It's only 1,000 meters away. The feathers of this black-crowned golden eagle are harder than diamond, and should reach the hardness of level 3 crow alloy. Wei Wen said excitedly, there are videos on the internet. The black-crowned golden eagle once attacked the army with a group of monsters. It was bombarded by a 20mm caliber Vulcan cannon. The Vulcan cannon fired 7,000 bullets per minute. 7,000 rounds of bullets. That was a metal flow of bullets. And each shot could penetrate a 50mm thick steel plate, but the Vulcan cannon fired 7,000 bullets per minute. The crazy bombardment of the cannon hit the black-crested golden eagle, and not even a single feather fell off. Later, there was a strong mysterious warrior, holding a crow alloy sword, which turned into a stream of light and split the black-crowned golden eagle in half. Wei Wen said with excitement. Luo Feng's heartbeat was also racing and his blood was pumping. That video was widely circulated on the internet, and he had also seen it. I will definitely get the title of warrior. One day, I will be like that senior, able to hold a sword and kill monsters such as the black-crowned golden eagle and the powerful demon ape. Luo Feng said silently in his heart. Every young man has a dream in his heart, and Luo Feng has such a dream in his heart. Even though It is said on the internet that the mysterious strong man who split the black-crowned golden eagle in half with one sword stroke is ranked among the top 100 super warriors in the entire world. A Feng, what are you thinking about? We're home ahead. Wei Wen couldn't help shouting. Only then did Luo Feng recover from his surging thoughts. He looked up at the community in front of him, which was composed of a large number of tube buildings, Nanan Community, a low-rent housing community built by the government. Luo Feng's home is in this community, and he lives alone. A place of 18 years.